Hey, welcome back. Today's March 8th, Monday, and on this post, I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets very quickly, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, and see how it could potentially affect the overall altcoin markets. Before diving into District0x, DNTUSDC, and see what exactly has gone on in this market, I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on this market, according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you guys are enjoying this content, as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you guys want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 2 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit of $100 and I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I'm purely sharing my own speculations and opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you guys have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll try my best to get to as many of them as possible. Now, see what exactly is going on in this market first. Most importantly, I do take a look into Bitcoin dominance. It tells me where the money could be trending into. Would it be Bitcoin, altcoins, or neither? I've already done a more extensive post on these two markets earlier today, so if you guys are interested in seeing that in more detail, check out my post on Zilliqa today. But let me do this very quickly right now. Bitcoin dominance down about 0.2%. This breaks down to Bitcoin price action up about 1%. Total altcoin market cap up about 1.5%. Now this is the upside of Bitcoin dominance trending downwards. I will usually see total altcoin market cap leading in gains ahead of Bitcoin price action. And it's usually what I emphasize for Bitcoin dominance to trend downwards. Generally speaking, better for the altcoins on both the upside and downside. The daily time frame for Bitcoin dominance here is still my focus because it looks like right now these daily candles here could be invalidating this inverse head and shoulders pattern. Okay, if this inverse head and shoulders pattern looks invalidated, I'll still look out for possible bullish divergence here, comparing this low with any possible lows on the RSI here. So this is something I'm watching out for on the daily time frame. As well as on the 3-day time frame, it looks like a double bottom pattern here. Okay, so still possible bullish divergence here on the 3-day time frame, even if it looks like the inverse head and shoulders pattern could be invalidated on the daily time frame. I'll still look out for these possible bullish signals for Bitcoin dominance. If Bitcoin dominance trends back upwards, not as ideal for the altcoins. Let's go over to Bitcoin. I just say there was still a mixture of bullish and bearish signals. Bullish signal includes on the daily time frame here, Bitcoin price action broke out of this falling wedge pattern. Right now, it has gone back on top of the daily 21 MA. If it stays closed above the daily 21 MA, I will consider that to be bullish. However, there are still some bearish signals that could still play out, okay, including possible bearish divergences that have not yet played out already on the monthly time frame and the weekly time frame. Okay, so those I will still not lose track of, even if on the shorter term it looks like it could still be bullish here. Let's go over to DNTUSDC. I also want to add, if Bitcoin actually pulls back here and continues pulling back as we have seen last week, this could still have an effect on the overall altcoin markets. Magnitude of that effect would depend on how far up or down Bitcoin dominance is trending. Let's go over to District0x. Let's also take a look into the monthly time frame RSIs down to the daily time frame RSIs and see if we have any overbought RSI readings I should be looking out for, or possible bearish divergence scenarios. Monthly time frame RSI, we are at an RSI reading of about 94, so that is overbought. Some type of pullback here coming up could still be reasonable. Okay, it's very overbought. Weekly time frame here, we had pulled back from about 92, currently about 73, 74. Possible bearish divergence scenario here on the weekly time frame. Okay, so if the price action was to make a higher high here on the weekly time frame, it still needs to beat the last RSI reading of about 92 to actually negate possible bearish divergence. Bearish divergences, more often than not, can still signal a pullback. 3-day time frame here. We're at an RSI reading of about 67. Pretty similar narrative with the weekly time frame. If the price action was to make a higher high here, it does need to beat the last RSI reading of about 88, 89 to negate bearish divergence. Similarly, here on the daily time frame, the last RSI reading to beat was about 88, 89 to actually negate possible bearish divergence. So let's take a look into the pattern that could be going on in here, where I do see a symmetrical triangle pattern. Okay, on the 3-day time frame. Looks like it's at the end of the pattern, so it could be making a move soon. Let's see if this will be a breakout move, or would it actually extend this pattern. Okay, now I do want to point out the monthly time frame RSI, which is a concern to me right now. So even if it looks like it can make another move here on a shorter time period, I am still concerned with the monthly RSI reading in very overbought territory. Okay. Let's take a look into the symmetrical triangle pattern here. Symmetrical triangle patterns are generally bullish patterns, generally continuation patterns, excuse me. In this case, would be bullish. According to Thomas Bukowski and his website, thepatternsight.com, it is a 60% chance of a breaking to the upside. If it actually does break to the upside, a conservative measure target here, and I say conservative because I'm excluding this wick right here that's above the pattern to take into consideration for the measurements. If it actually breaks out by March 11th here, I do have a measure target here of about 46 cents. Now, measure targets are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. Let's also take a look into any short-term moving averages or even macro moving averages that could be above the pattern, that could be acting as lingering resistance, even if it looks like the price action has broken above the pattern. So far, I don't see any on the shorter time moving averages. The 3-hour 200 is right above the pattern right now. So 3-hour 400, 3-hour 200, excuse me, 12-hour 50 are above the pattern. However, they're all underneath this fib level right here at about the 29 cents, I would say, fib level area here. So it looks like a lot of the resistance above the pattern could be coming from about the 29 cents fib level area. Okay. Now let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios. Bullish case scenario, price action breaks above the pattern, gets over any lingering resistances such as short-term moving averages or even longer moving averages, as well as fib level that could be acting as resistance and go towards its measured targets. Bearish case scenario, price action breaks its bottom trend line. It looks like the next level of support I'll be looking at here will be about the 23 cents fib level area. Okay, before the next key level of support I'll be looking at will be the daily 50 MA, which is currently at about 21 cents. Okay. Now these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know agreements, disagreements, feedback. I'd love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully, and if you would like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.